Is your business causing you to miss dinner time with your family? In this episode, I want to talk to you about how and why I started my business where I didn't miss out on family time, and how you can also not miss out on family time and the great meals where you're eating together, where you're breaking bread and fellowshipping together. So let me start with the why. I think having the why is the important thing for us to realize. Why did I start a business where I was able to have dinner with my family, not miss out on dinner, not have times where I'm just constantly just texting people, I'm DMing on social media, or I'm just buried in my phone the whole time? Because I realized I didn't want to create a business like that, and I wanted to be able to spend time with my family. I saw too many business owners that their business seemed to be their baby, and then their family was on the back burner. And what happened to their family life? Yes, they were making hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not millions of dollars a year. But the problem was that they lost their family along the way. And that's really my why. I wanted to have a great family. Ever since I wanted to get married, ever since I got married to my wife, Brooke, the focus has been on the family. Her, our relationship, the family, of course, faith. I don't want to discard faith, but I want to focus in on family and business right now. Because too often, us guys, we tend to put ourselves into the work. We're focused on the work. We want to achieve, we want to grow this thing into something great. And we always say it's for the family, but it's really not. So how did I actually create a business that allowed me to have family time while also growing the business? I started hiring people before I needed them. I didn't wait till I was so busy. I was working 80-hour weeks and I was drowning up to my nose in tasks to do and everything. I started seeing that, hey, this thing's starting to take me a while. This is taking a lot of time and attention away from me, from being able to sell, to be able to network, to be able to just do activities that actually grow the business, but then also take me away from being able to have the time with family. Because now that I'm focused on recruiting, I'm focused on managing social media content, I'm doing all those things, but then I have to go and do the billing later. I have to go and do payroll later. And where do I do those hours at? During the time I could be spending with family. So I took the 30,000 foot view, and this is something you have to kind of train yourself up over time, but I took this 30,000 foot view and looked at all the things that I was doing and said, what are those things that really I'm not even that great at, but somebody else could come in and be focused on that and have at least a part-time job, if not a full-time job. And one of those roles for me was recruiting and HR. So I offloaded the recruiting and HR topics within our business to one of my team members. And she came in on fire and has changed the game for myself to be able to buy back that time with me to be able to be with family. So that was one of the things. And really every single person that I've hired has been with this same aspect in mind of what is taking me away from actually being able to grow this business as well as from my family. But then the second thing was that I made sure that during these windows, so for us typically from about 4 to 6 o'clock is family time. Well, usually later than that, but at least 4 to 6 o'clock, but 4 to 7. And now it seems to be getting later with the girls and everything because they don't want to go to bed. Totally different side story there. But from 4 to 6, 4 to 7, 4 to 9 o'clock sometimes. Love the kids, but they be kids and they do not want to go to sleep. But I made sure to block off the time. So I have to get my work done before 4 o'clock essentially. And then maybe I can do some afterwards. But even then, I have to try and make sure that I'm spending time with my wife. And I've not been perfect about this. And I'm still to this day not perfect about this. And actually, while I'm recording this, I've been behind because of having to deal with so many other things and spending time with family that I finally had to tell my wife that, hey, I need to get some content done. So I can either do it now before dinner, or I can do it quickly after dinner, quickly as in an hour, hour and a half, something like that. But I needed to be able to take that time. So we talked about that. But again, I blocked time off, and then there's times like this where I had that conversation about what needed to happen. And then number 3 is that I set the expectation that business growth may be limited. And now this is a hard thing. You are somebody that doesn't have a 9-to-5. Maybe this isn't quite an option for you. If you're trying to build out a business on the side while you have a 9-to-5, this is definitely an option that you can take. So I may have lost a lot of you here as I say this, but even then, how much profit is really enough? If you're only chasing after the dollar and not after your family, how can you expect to have a successful business and have a successful family? So I set the expectation that, you know what, and the expectation and put myself in the mindset that if the business doesn't grow as fast as I want to, as long as I'm still spending that valuable time with family and that is growing, that's what truly matters. Yes, I still want the business to grow. I still want the family to grow. But if I'm sacrificing one, it's the business growth. It's not the family. And so you need to come to that realization. So the 3 things that you can do to help yourself actually get in this spot where you're running your business and you're not taking away from family time is number 1, putting people in place before you need them. Number 2, blocking time out for the things that actually matter, your family first, and then building the business hours around that. And then number 3, setting the expectation for yourself of what is the acceptable thing for you. Are you willing to let a certain amount of family time, family growth go in order to have the business grow? Are you willing to allow less business growth in order to make sure that the family is happy and that you don't miss out on those moments with your children? Those 3 things, if you can answer those questions and figure out a strategy with those 3 things, that will allow you to be able to build a business and not miss dinner time with your family, not miss out on game nights, not miss out on any special events. And I'm not going to say it's 100%, but it will allow you to miss out on fewer things than if you focused on the business first. So if you're struggling to focus on your family, you're focused so much in the business and you're not sure how to get out, comment stuck and we will help you get out of your situation to be able to get that time back to be with family while still growing your business.